right there, Savage friends. This is Mitty Man again, coming at you from Walker's Music with yet another word for today. We just like to say that this is a Friday morning, 1:15 to be exact, and I want to come back and we just want to do some real talk with you today. Some real talk, in other words, and we just gonna be one on one here. I just wanted to say to people. And the people of the world today, we must be very careful. Deception is very, very rampant in these days and time. And just because, quote unquote, you are in the church per se, you got a lot of people in the church, but they're not of the church, the blood-bought Church of Jesus Christ. And mind you, we be careful not to judge. But Jesus did say that you know the tree by the fruit. And if you just be patient, I think I heard Dr. Mike Murdoch, say that patience is the weapon that forces deception to reveal itself. And I found out that to be so true. If you just give it time, deception in any magnitude will reveal itself in people if you just wait. If you just wait a while, whatever is in that person eventually will come out. Whether it be against you or whatever, that aspect and that trait, that characteristic, it'll come out. If it's jealousy, it'll come out. All you got to do is just have patience, and whatever it is in them, eventually it will come out and it'll manifest itself. So, I was just thinking, and I said, sometimes, you don't want to get too much, blowing in your own horn. You don't want to blow your own horn a lot, but sometimes if you don't blow it, nobody else will. But what I mean is you don't want to get too head and high-minded. And, I've seen this also, people, the same thing that they was once talked so much against about people, what they were doing. And then they came to be in that same position and they did just the same exact thing or worse. When people get a little authority in the church, they lose their mind. It's like they start doing the same thing. I'm the boss and what I say, do what I say. People need to get off of that. Get off of that wagon, because like I say, Bert, you don't tell grown people what to do. You ask them. But you can't make anybody do anything, but just because, I don't care how much money you spend or whatever you need, if you doing that to boss people around, then you keep your money in your pocket. Because just because you spend a little money don't give you any right to think that you can just treat people and talk to people any kind of way. And they supposed to obey you, because they don't have to obey you. They can submit under authority in the right way, but you just can't be foolish and think people gonna follow you. But it just doesn't make sense for us to be that way, people. And I mean, the scripture, Jesus told us to be humble, and I must hurry on, and we're gonna, just because of the fact that you may not see eye to eye with me on a certain thing, we should be able to disagree but not yet fall out. We have people in the church, they go at each other almost to the point of cursing in the church, talking about the name of the law, but we got to go just about to get knives and guns and start shooting and cutting each other in the church. And that shouldn't be, people. That's not godly. Wherever there's strife and foolishness and envy and strife, that's all kind of ungodly. God is not the author of confusion. He's not the author of confusion. But I see it so much, and I have a heart to see. I love when music is done right. When I hear people singing and I hear a flat note or something, it just goes all over me, and I want to get it right, because that's one of my gifts. But yet, nevertheless, we must, just because, my thing may not be your thing. and everything. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I feel that when things are not working, and I mean it took me a long time, people, to understand this principle. But I did come to understand that sometimes things may not be working because God is not letting it work. Because maybe God is trying to get you away from some certain people or certain things. God knows what's best for us. And God can see further down the road than we can. And I think that a lot of times that things are not working because of the fact that God is not letting it work. Because God has something else in mind. He knows that's not the best thing for you, even though you might think that it is. And I'm a witness to this because there have been certain things that I'm involved in now, whereas I'm seeing that this might not be exactly what I need to be a part of. And you know, it's sad, and sometimes it might cut loose some people that you thought, because like I say, everybody you think for you is not for you anyway. Even people that claim that they are for you are not for you. Sad to say, but it is true. But Jesus said in his word, he that is not against us is for us. And we can see people that in this day and time, there's a lot of deception going on. The devil, Satan, he's trying to tear God's kingdom down, which he will never fail at that. Remember, Jesus said, upon this rock I will build my church, and the very gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And he said it wouldn't come against it, but he said it wouldn't prevail. So I'm going to take this last couple of minutes, people, just to say to all the cyber friends, all the YouTube subscribers, and to whomever may see this video, we need to think the reason behind why we do certain things. And if we see things that no matter how hard we are trying to make it happen, and something that still seems to not be illuminating, is not working, don't think it might be the devil all the time. It might be God. For whatever reason, God might not let it happen because God can see further than we can. So let's stop giving the devil so much credit. I heard somebody comment on something about the Eddie Long thing about making excuses for him, and but no one is making an excuse for sin. But we just not judging. That's all. God, the same God said thou should not steal, said thou should not kill. Same God said, if you're not guilty in one area, you're guilty in something else. We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. This is what I speak on, but God's word is solid, and it can be relied on. And what I say is to everyone is saying, I'm not condoning anyone. Jesus didn't condone the woman that was brought to him that was caught in the act of adultery. But he didn't condemn her either. But he did tell her to go and sin no more. So I'm speaking to everybody out there that might have any opinion whatsoever, whether it be negative or positive, against not only Brother Eddie Long or any gospel, anybody, or any person for that matter. I'm just saying that we need to be very careful how we handle that thing. Think of yourself, that if you were caught in a sin, you would want people to have a little mercy on you. That's all I'm saying. So, everybody has a right to speak their opinion, I guess. But I'm just saying, be just as gentle with other people as you want them to be with you. That's the only thing I'm saying. And never condone wrongdoing. No. We're not condoning wrongdoing. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But we cannot beat. God loves the sinner. He hates the sin, but he loves the sinner. This is what we're trying to point out to everybody. So there's no need for a whole lot of slashing back at no one about this incident by Brother Long or anybody else for that matter. It's just that we as Christians, we should view everything in light of God's word. And just as Jesus was brought, the woman was brought to Jesus, and she was guilty, and he knew it. But yet and still he said, neither do I condemn you, but go your way and sin no more. That's what we should be looking at. So this is Mitty Man saying peace and goodbye, and have a safe weekend.